Some of my subscribers is so funny. Okay, one of my subscribers was like, you know, like, it's basically everybody, trying to find out what's going on, what happened to KENNEKA, and pretty much they was like, Miss Martin is only gonna, take a settlement, and she probably never know what happened to her daughter. You know what? I agree. That's all facts, and I'm gonna agree with my YouTuber, and I'm gonna explain why I agree with my with my subscriber. Because, okay, if they doing this much covering up, they covering up for the higher ups. So it's not worth risking their image once again. It's not worth it. Not for no little ass black kids that came into their hotel and threw a party without them knowing, and they did some foul play ass shit to them. Whether the kids or the hotel, anybody could have did something to KENNEKA, or all of them probably most likely did something to KENNEKA. But you're right, we would probably never know. We'll never know, because it's all about money and covering their image up, like, so when we see them doing all this movement and hiding stuff, and they basically covering up for whatever really happened, whether they was involved or not. And like you said, we wasn't there, we can't say for sure what happened, but we know what we see on the footage. We know everything that looks suspect to us. We know what time KENNEKA, around the time frame of KENNEKA movement. So we're looking at everybody sus. We're looking at everybody during that time who was moving around in that hotel sus. So of course, what they did is looked at the footage, and they changed the images up, and they did all these things to cover up their own ass. They weren't covering up for the black kids' ass. They was covering up their own ass. And you probably be right. Miss Martin will never see KENNEKA again. She lost her daughter for life. And she's probably still got a nice length of time she would be living. So $50 million is still not enough to me, for taking my daughter. You can't put an amount on my kids. I'm not a money hungry person at all. That's not enough. But for her to request $50 million and people to say, oh, she just gonna take a settlement, that lady, she fight. And if that's all they'll admit to is wrongdoing, or negligence in that hotel, like you said, we might never know. Ain't nobody gonna step up and say, well, I'm the murderer, I moved KENNEKA body. Nobody ain't gonna step up and say that. Like, who the hell gonna step up and say that they was there? Okay, so if we in the neighborhood and a shooting break out, and we witness the motherfucker get shot down or whatever, and these people are killers, a lot of people don't want to get involved. Some people gonna step up, but a lot of people gonna be like, hell no, I'm not saying anything, because I don't want to put me and my family in danger. This net they ass ain't coming to get me, or they not finna railroad me. It depends on who the the aggressor or whatever. So if that lady get $50 million for KENNEKA death, and for Rosemont just admitting negligence or whatever, that lady been through a lot. I mean, I don't know if I'd do the same thing the same way she did. I probably know I won't. But if she take the $50 million, then I'm not mad at her. Because whatever she take from the Crown Plaza, it should be enough for her to live a lifetime. It should be enough for her to take her man off her little daughter, her baby girl, every motherfucking single day. And she, while thinking about who hands she died by, or about, like, what they do to my daughter, So $50 million is a major distraction, like the arguing and the fussing and the bickering. That's a major distraction. That's a big, large lump sum of money, enough money to get her mind, distracted from, and I don't want to use the word get her mind distracted, But shit, hell, $50 million will make you lose focus. You know, especially when you came from the trenches. $50 million is a lot, or whatever. You know, the CPD just killed my little cousin, and my cousin accepted she accepted 4.9 million and this and that, and I got no problem with it, but I feel like they should have gave my cousin 100 million for my little cousin life. You know, she was just waiting at the at the light, waiting to make her turn into Chicago. One off duty, one on duty cop was racing in the cars, and they hit her and killed her. And she have no more daughters. You know, she have no more daughters. Her baby girl, my little cousin, Poo Poo, she died. So, hey, she had no more daughters. So they should have situated her in a way that, hey, she should never have to ever lift a finger to work or do anything again. You know? So with Miss Martin suing Crown Plaza for $50 million, hey, I respect that. I respect that. You know, it's basically the $50 million basically saying your ass ain't getting away scot-free. You know, you're not getting away scot-free. You know, but when it all boiled down, it's all about proof. You know, it's all about what we can prove. And since these people was given the opportunity to edit the footages and stuff like that, you know, it's just making it hard to prove anything. And with everything that lady been going through, you don't know how much energy people had to fight. You don't know how much back and forth people want to do. You know, you just don't know. You know, like my cousin, that devastated my whole family. And I know it didn't devastate nobody worse than it devastated her. You know, to lose my little cousin. Just like we're devastated about KENNEKA and everything, but we're not more devastated than Miss Martin. It's her child. She came out of her body. Like, that's her seed. So, I can't do nothing but respect whatever Miss Martin do, and whichever way she feels that she can find justice. Even with getting $50 million, I never think she would get up there and say justice was served, because she knew it wasn't. She already agreed and know and been saying from day one that they did something to her, you know, daughter. So she already know that, but she know they'll never admit it. She know that it's gonna be hard as hell to prove it. She know all that. You know, she already been doing everything she can. Just because we, you know, the world don't see the moves that she make toward, you know, her daughter case. That lady been doing a lot. She been doing a lot, you know, and that's a lot of running around, and people don't know that. You know, it's a lot of, you know, talking to folks, and, you know, you don't know who to trust, who to believe, you know. So, whatever Teresa Martin agree to, that's her business. The reason it's her business because that's her child. So we can't do nothing but fall back when it comes to her, you know, accepting anything from Crown Plaza, because she should have raised it to 100 million. They disgusting ass money, just like it was disgusting when they offered to pay for the funeral and she turned that shit down. 50 million is disgusting for what we see on that footage. But when you from the trenches, like I said, 50 million is a lot of coins, a lot of dough. You know, you never know. Money is the root of all evil. You never know what make people make the decisions they make. But we got to respect them. You know, if it was your child and you sued for $1 million, we can't be mad at you. Everybody can say their damn opinion, but they can't be mad at you. It's your child. It's your decision. Period. Like, that's final. It's your final decision. So nobody can tell you what type of agreement to make. But I can guarantee you Miss Martin ain't gonna get on TV and say justice was served. If they put the $50 million in her hand today, she's not gonna get on the news and say that, because that's not how she feels. She know her daughter was probably assaulted and this and that, you know, beaten, drug, and she know her daughter didn't look right when she seen her daughter, you know. But she know, baby, this is an uphill battle. She know this is an uphill battle. She know this is a fight of her life. You know, it's like one little person trying to fight 100 big men. You know, we gotta be a little more sensitive to this lady's situation. We got to be a little more sensitive to what she lost and what she going through. You know, I mean, it is no right time to lose your child, but this was definitely not a good time for this lady, not a good point in her life when you're going through breast cancer and breast surgery and infections in your breast and in your body and getting your breast removed or anything like this is something serious. She just had that like one day before her daughter was like, this lady was not well at all, even when she talked to the officer on the phone. And that lady got up to go find her daughter. I respect Miss Martin. Miss Martin put the effort and everything into what she tried to accomplish and get done for her daughter, J4K movement. But because the devil's wear disguises, you just don't know who you can trust. That took the life, like that knocked the life out of Miss Martin again when Andrew Holmes did that to her. When she said people like the freedom fighters did that to her. You got people calling this lady house, asking this lady, where's the money at? Where's the money at? So-and-so got arrested. That lady never touched one dime of anyone money. That shit's stressful. That shit's stressful. Y'all, come on now. Y'all can't tell me that shit ain't stressful. Do you know everything that I just said? That's not all she going through, but that's just little stuff I just named. That's stressful. Like, that lady just basically threw her hands in the air like, what? This man gonna basically act like he represented me or coming to help me? And I didn't even speak to this man. This man gonna say I gave him permission to look at my daughter? We all know when a crime happened, don't nobody supposed to look at them pictures first but the mother. But they let Andrew Holmes come look at them photos and shit because they want to trick it and say, oh, well, she already seen the photos. Let's go ahead and throw them out there. You know, how the hell could you get mistrials, misinformation, you know, misconstrued information, shit you can't prove? So they knew what they was doing in the beginning, making this case hard and messy for Miss Martin. So whatever lady agree with, whatever settlement or fight she fight in court while they fighting right now, whatever she decide, that's her child. That's her child. That's what we have to realize. It's still her daughter. So we have to respect and fall back. Whatever she agree on, you know, whatever decision she agree on. So that's just my place in the comment with my subscriber. Me and my subscriber was talking, and like I said, I do agree. You know, in the end, you might don't have answers for whoever did whatever to your daughter, because there's so many people that did something to her. You might just walk away with just the $50 million. That is a possibility. So to my YouTuber, I love you and you're right. But if that's the case, then we can't say, oh, Teresa Martin sold out. She settled for $50 million. She fought. She settled for or went to court for an amount that she feel comfortable with. Like I said, it's enough money to kind of help her focus on herself. Not forget about her daughter, but help her focus on herself and kind of relax her brain a little about it. She'll never stop thinking about it. It's her baby. So, with that being said, I'm going to get off of here, go make my kids some breakfast, because I'm just arriving home. You notice every time I'm driving, it's dark outside. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 a.m. or something like that, or I'm always in the car. My life is in the car, going here or there or everywhere. But you guys have a good day. Have a good morning. Have a blessed day. And let's keep getting justice for KENNEKA. Let's all stick together. Let's not fight. Let's all become one. This is the problem. When people see us fighting with each other, that's how the devil could wiggle in. And it's never a good result. So let's all take a deep breath. love each other, and continue our movement. J4K.